YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video. Why does it feel like it's 2019 all over again and I'm walking from high school recording a video? Anyways, I'm coming on here to break some news to y'all, man. So chill with me for a couple minutes as I break the news about Jonathan Allen. So it's looking like Jonathan Allen actually is going to suit up again for the Washington Commanders this season. I remember when he first got injured versus the Ravens, a lot of people like myself believed that Jonathan Allen had played his last snap in the burgundy and gold, given the fact that I feel like it was like a partially torn pec. At the time, we thought it was a fully torn pec, which obviously would have ended the season, but then when they went under the knife to do the surgery, they clearly seen that it was a partial tear. So he's able to start playing again. They're opening up his 21-day window, so they have 3 weeks, which at this point of the season is 2 games left. Well, 2 games left. It's 3 games left, but 2 games probably count towards him. So maybe he could push it for that wild card round. Of course, if we secure a wild card spot, obviously that's not guaranteed at the moment, but it's looking more likely than it is not at the time. So maybe he can go for the wild card round if he does in fact, meet all the measurements. Now, my honest opinion on it, y'all know how I feel about Jonathan Allen. Love Jonathan Allen, man. Longest reigning Washington Commanders player other than obviously Tress Way. But I have to be honest with you. I'm fine with him coming back, but I'm not like banging the table. Like, this isn't like, oh my God, we need him. Raise your hand if you felt the presence, or you felt the absence, I should say, of Jonathan Allen. I haven't. Like, I know we haven't been able to stop the run that well. We weren't able to do that with him in the lineup. So, and he's not a guy that pushes the pocket and create pressure interiorly, because we would have severely seen that being a missing piece. Jonathan Allen, for me, is a guy that is a part of the bunch. He's not a guy that stands out. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe with him coming back in the lineup, him and Payne could get back to it, and Deron Payne could play off for Jonathan Allen, and maybe we could see Deron Payne get back to him old self. But neither one of these guys really moved the needle for me at this point in their career. Again, I'm not saying I want to play without him. I would rather have him in the lineup than not. But it ain't like it's somebody that I'm banking the table for that we necessarily need at this moment. Obviously, we're working with Deron Payne, Sheldon Day. I believe they called up Carlton Davis, or his name Carl Davis. We made Fedarian Mathis a healthy scratch in replace of him. So it's funny because I thought Fedarian Mathis was playing his best ball at this time. I thought Fedarian Mathis was just turning a corner, but it seems like he wasn't. So with him being out of the lineup, obviously we're desperately needing more bodies. I'm not saying necessarily production, because I don't know if there's a guy on this roster interiorly that's going to give us the production that we're actually looking for, because I'm looking for a guy that can push the pocket interiorly. We know how dangerous interior pressure is for quarterbacks, and we don't have that with none of the guys on the roster. So, again, I'm welcoming Jonathan Allen back, not trying to trash J.A. Love J.A., man. You know what I'm saying? When he's been here through it all. He deserves this success that we're having, or this pseudo-success that we're having, and this possible success that we can have throughout the season. I want him to be good. I want him to be a Commander for the rest of his career. But at some point in time, you got to be realistic and honest. Anytime Jonathan Allen's out there this season, before the injury, he really was quiet. And it really hasn't been like a key moment in this game, or since he's been out, where it's like, hey man, if we had Jonathan Allen right there, it probably have been a different story, So I'm welcoming J.A. back. I hope he plays with a different motor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe him being hurt gives him, and him able to come back, gives him like a second chance, and kind of gives him a different, mode that he can tap into, and he can maybe turn the clock back to 2-3 years ago with Jonathan Allen. You know what I'm saying? Where him and Deron Payne were rated one of the best defensive tackle duos in the NFL. But by any means, we don't have no Jeffrey Simmons. We don't have no Chris Jones. We don't have no Aleem McNeil. We don't have none of these guys on the roster. So even with Jonathan Allen in the lineup, I don't really necessarily expect anything different. Now, again, he's opening his 21-day window. It's no guarantee that he plays, given the fact that we only have 2 regular season games, not counting the Falcons one this Sunday. Eagles one this Sunday. Because, I guess since he's being opened up on Wednesday, I guess it can count towards the Eagles game. So maybe the long shot could be he could be ready by by the Cowboys game. Now, again, the 21-day window just means that they have 21 days to activate him before he has to go on season-ending IR. They don't have to do what I'm thinking is wait all the way up until maybe 19th day. They're probably going to want to activate him maybe this week, next week. They have that opportunity, but I feel as though to be safe and be as comfortable and don't necessarily rush him back, maybe use up all the time that you can. And whether that's, this week, next week, and then he's activated versus Dallas, cool. Or whether that's this week, you feel like he can go versus the Falcons, cool. Or again, it's the whole up until maybe the last game of the season versus Dallas, and he can get a game under his belt and then be ready for the wild card. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I know if he wasn't ready or if he wasn't healthy enough, they would not have opened this window to begin with. So I fully expect Jonathan Allen to make his return at some point with the final stretch of these games, whether it's Atlanta or Dallas or a wild card round. But let me discuss what has been in the comment section down below. As always, been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help us Washington Commanders. I see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.